Let's go, girls.
Let's go.
Let's go, girls.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Miguxas Podcast. My name is Trisha.
I'm Anna.
I'm Rena.
And we're making our first episode. Yay! So, to begin, we're gonna ask some questions and see who is the most likely to do something.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Me too.
Should I start?
Sure. Do you have questions?
I do.
Okay.
So many questions. So, first, who is most likely to write a book?
Well, we all know.
Don't look like that. We know it's Rena.
I'm shy, so... Yeah, it's me.
How is it going, though?
Yeah, I'm currently trying to write something. But you know, it's hard to jiggle sometimes with work and whatnot. But I have a lot of ideas and I just have to organize them.
Do you write them down?
I do.
Then, okay.
They seem to always come up in random situations. So yeah, stay tuned for my book.
Yes. We definitely will.
We're gonna read it first.
Yes. We're gonna be like #1 fans, getting the ARC read.
We're gonna be like the
Thank you,
managers
girls, for the
contacting
support.
publishers. Like, you need this book.
Read her
You need
book now.
I have a question. Who is the most likely to cry over a sad book?
I would say either Trish or Anna, actually.
I think Trish.
I cry a lot.
I cry a lot. The statements.
And I like books that make me cry, so yeah. But you also cry, Anna.
But I don't like to cry, so I
That's
avoid
true.
those
Yeah,
books.
that's true.
No sad books for me.
Trisha is the crybaby.
I'm the
Yeah.
crybaby.
I think it's
Yes.
because they're philosophic, no? They make you think of
Yeah,
Of
think
life
about
and-
life.
Yeah.
I like that type of stuff.
Mm.
If it makes me cry, it makes me feel something.
Yeah.
And if someone writes in a way that makes me feel, it's probably
good
good
book.
writing. It's a good book.
5-star read.
5-star read. It's very hard for me to
That's-
give a 5 stars.
That's something
to-
we should talk about later on. About
Our
what a
5-star.
5-star is for you.
Who is most likely to give 5 stars to a book?
There's the 5
True.
stars that I gave like 5 years ago, which now are like 3 stars.
Mhm.
And there's the 5 stars
Right?
of of books that I read recently, or like books that I changed my opinion after reading more books. Like,
Exactly.
no, this is not a 5-star read anymore. So like,
because then you feel other things with other books that you didn't feel with that one, and you're like, that wasn't
Exactly.
a 5-star. Yeah, I
You
agree.
talked about the Goodreads rating thing, and I went to my profile. So under your image on Goodreads, your avatar, there's like the average rating. And because when I was younger, I would give 5 stars to every book. My rating is so like it's like 4 point something, which it's not reality right now. But I used to feel bad for the authors. So even if I didn't like a book that much, I would give 5 stars because I felt bad for not liking.
because authors, they write for different people,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
so you don't have to like the book.
Yeah, and but now I'm completely different.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this is shit. I'm gonna give it
Yeah.
1 star.
0.
Yeah, if I could, I would give 0. But no, I'm not that bad. Yeah, my reviews from 5 years ago or 10 years ago are completely different from now.
Maybe we
True.
like something now, and then in a few years we're gonna be like, oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I prefer this so
I
much
hated
more.
this romance phase.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's not
god,
gonna happen.
this huge face.
All my life I was in a romance phase, but now.
Talking about romance. Who is most likely to judge a book by the cover?
Oh,
We all are. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a human trait, right?
Yeah.
we judge.
Judge.
Judge. Especially if there's like naked men on the cover.
No,
I'm gonna be
that's
like-
not for me.
I've read some good books with naked men on the covers, though.
But I
Maybe.
associate them with
Low quality
Yeah.
writing and stuff.
which again probably it isn't true when you've read good books with them,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I think when the authors self-publish,
Yeah.
they usually use these kinds of pictures because they are cheaper and stuff.
Oh.
So I try not to judge. And there's a number of cases where later on they publish a second edition and it's like a cute cover.
yeah,
This happened with Tessa Bailey, with Elle Kennedy, like a lot of romance authors. It's normal.
would you pick them up when they were?
I
With the
did.
men
I
on the
did read them while there
Oh,
was
okay.
naked men in the covers, but only in my Kindle.
Yeah.
Not publicly.
Yeah, not publicly. Definitely not in my bookshelf.
Like displaying the men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to sleep and watching all the naked men on your shelf. Like, good night, Rob. Good night. Good night, John.
But if we three go to a bookshop and pick a book by its cover, we will pick different books.
True.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's covers for everyone, actually.
Yeah.
Generally like the romance covers, but I know that, for example, you don't like them a lot of the times, you Anna. So
They're cute, but they also, I don't know, they look like young adults, right? They look like it's for
kids. And
Yeah.
actually, I think people, like parents, buy them thinking that they don't have any smut or any
spiciness.
That they're for kids.
Imagine you're just buying this cute little book to your daughter, and then it's just like I don't even want to say it.
I saw a post, I think on TikTok, a girl saying that her grandparents bought her little sister the icebreaker for Christmas. And she was like, this is not for kids.
yeah, that's the thing. It looks cute.
It does. It
like,
looks cute.
Yeah, for the type of.
Yeah.
But like for example, fantasy, I can never tell what the book is about because like, oh, roses and a sword.
Well, if you see a sword, it's not high fantasy. It's high stakes fantasy normally.
But you're a specialist.
No, I'm not a specialist.
I know
You
nothing.
definitely are. I have no idea.
No.
Yeah, it's still like a very, I don't know, it's pretty. I don't know what it's
kind of,
about.
Yeah,
But I like that because then after you look at the cover again and you're like, that's why.
Makes sense.
But also in romance books, that happens a lot too.
Naked men.
No.
Not with the naked man, but some some symbols or objects. Then you're like, that's why it was there.
Literary fiction is usually very random. It's like
I feel like you would pick like a clean book, like orange book
look
with a little image.
in this
and
one
that's
here. There are two people in a can of canned tuna. What does it mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, you don't know what's gonna be about. But it's usually kind of artsy, so you already know it's gonna make you think a little bit. That's what I like, and it's kind of aesthetic as well. You can put it in your shelf.
True, that's
really
true.
cool.
It is cute. I like the cover. I would maybe pick it up, but of course, since it's not my favorite genre.
Who is most likely to finish a 500-page book in one sitting?
Rena. That's an easy
that's
one.
Rena.
Well, that was so fast.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
I do that. Not lately, to be honest, but if the book is really good, sometimes I can't stop. If I know that I have like the day totally free, I will do that.
I have plans. Don't text me.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. I am not going to be available. Even though we did this with Iron Flame.
No, we didn't though.
We didn't?
Because we only did it from like chapter 30 something.
Oh, that's true.
So it wasn't the entire book. But yeah, we
sitting,
finished the book at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Remember the day we painted like the bookmarks?
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's read a little bit.
A little bit turned into
5 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I slept there and I dreamed about the book.
This happens to me a lot of times, actually. Actually, this really funny thing happened.
Okay.
That I was reading the rule book by Sarah Adams, and I dreamt that I met the male character and the female character, and I really loved the female character, so I told her like, oh, you're awesome.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
And I told her like, yeah, you are my favorite character.
Imagine going into like someone, you're my favorite character of a book.
Exactly.
Like
I'm
a
a
fictional.
character.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, it's you, you're my favorite character. And I felt like, like I was really, I don't know, meeting her.
This is some magical realism
Yeah,
stuff.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is an idea for a book. Okay.
Write it down, write it down.
I have a question.
Hit us.
Who is most likely to read multiple books at the same time?
Yeah.
This is for both of you.
So you're not included. You don't
I'm
like
not
to do
included.
it. Yeah, I think we do it a lot.
Yeah, I do it a lot. I need to have 3 books at the same time. So when I get bored of one.
You're like going to the other one.
Yeah.
In me, it's not really that. It's more like I have different formats. I always have one audiobook that's in situations where I can't read. Like I get motion sick, so in trains, in buses especially, I only hear audiobooks. Then I always have something on Kindle, like for when I can read it. And at home, I always read a physical book, so...
Jesus. Like juggling books.
Yeah.
I would get really confused, like the main character, the first one, and then like the plot of the second, and then the end of the third, you know, like, all mixed together. Like,
And then you dream about it. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Formula One, but it's in the past.
And they have trials? Who's going to survive?
do you read the same genre or do you mix?
I do sometimes read the same genre and the three of them. For example, with audiobooks, I only read romance because it's something that I can listen while I'm doing something else, so I don't have to pay attention to every single detail. With fantasy, I don't think I could do that. Mm-hmm. So if I'm reading fantasy, it will for sure be in a Kindle or a physical book. But yeah, sometimes I'm reading 3 romances at the same time.
No, I usually try to have like different genres. I'm reading literary fiction, it's a bit more heavy, and then I have like my romance, where usually like smutty romance, where I don't have to think of anything, when I just wanna go home, chill, relax.
Are you able to juggle 3 books?
I'm juggling 3 books right now.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Goldfinch, Powerless, and Wreath of Thorns and Roses.
Yes.
I'm not really juggling because I'm reading Alcotar all the time now.
Yeah, this also happens. Sometimes I get so obsessed with like my Kindle book, I forget about the other 2, and then I don't.
But you can come back?
Yeah, definitely. If I like them.
Because if you were not enjoying, you'll just
I would just DNF. Yeah. Do you DNF a lot?
It's hard because I feel bad for DNFing, but I have done it before, yeah. I just feel bad for the author. What if the book gets better, you know?
If you don't enjoy the process of getting to the end or to the good part, well, it's like life though.
If it doesn't get good, you should just
skip it.
Do you DNF?
I DNF, especially if it's not going anywhere. If I'm not enjoying it, like you said before, don't waste your time. There's too many books.
That's true. There's so many books, too little time. I'm thinking about The Man in the Sea. You know that classic?
Yeah.
Not Hemingway.
It is Hemingway.
Oh, it is Hemingway. Okay. Yay. Yeah, I'm thinking about it because it's just like this dude in the middle of the sea talking about this fish.
It's like Moby Dick.
Yeah.
It's incredibly boring.
Plus, The Man in the Sea is kind of small.
Yeah, true.
But it's still like, dude, get over it. Where's the plot?
It's just a man in his thoughts. I do have a question for you girls. Who is most likely to get emotionally attached to fictional characters?
Oh no.
This is a good one.
This is so Anna. This is so you.
I agree.
Look, one of us has to be.
I still remember how attached you still are to Liam from Fourth Wing.
I love Liam.
Yeah.
I love Liam. Don't make me cry.
I'm sorry.
But in terms of book boyfriends, I get attached, but I'm picky.
As one should be.
Yeah.
Don't choose like every man out there. Who are your book boyfriends?
Zayden, obviously. Like, the one and only. He has my heart.
Crème de la crème.
Crème de la crème. But I also have Jack from Love Theoretically. He was like top notch.
I also like him. Not enough to consider him a book boyfriend, but
he was so good.
I actually can't think of a single male character written by Haley Hazelwood that I don't like. I like them all. That's my problem. That's why I can't get emotionally attached, because I read a book, I'm like, oh, I love this.
You love them all.
This fictional man. And then I go to the next one, I'm like, oh, this one is also good. So it's not like I can pinpoint only one that I would say, this, I live by this. Because they're generally, all of them are good. At least the books I read.
Who is most likely to read every book by a single author?
Oh, Rena.
Yeah, Rena.
For sure.
I feel like I'm being attacked here.
You're not.
But yeah, it is true.
Prove us wrong.
Yeah, I can.
Exactly.
But I really do this. I'm like, oh, what if I'm missing out in the rest of the books? And if I like a book, why shouldn't I like the other one?
Yeah.
But I think Trisha also has like...
Yeah, I have my favorite author. He's a Portuguese author, Fons Cruz, and I read everything that he writes.